Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the BioTE Cup Series. Here it is, Season 2, race number 15, the Pennsylvania 175, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Well, I tell you, we're at the penultimate round here, one more round to go, and man, boy, we're here at Pennsylvania. Boy, I got in the booth with me, Matthew Batby. Hey, Batby, how you doing there, buddy?
Hey, Tony, glad to be back. These guys are getting really tight here in the last couple races here.
Absolutely, man, I tell you, and we're going to be bringing all the action to you live here tonight. And before we get started, of course, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors, as always, BioTE and Georgetown OBGYN. And thank you, as always, for your support. And moving into tonight's race, let's take a look at the standings. And Brendan Mathia, he leads Lucas Lyons by 62 points. And boy, they've just been bouncing around. Lucas, he moved ahead of Riley Hoots there, and only 26 points ahead of him. Alan Bledsoe in that fourth position. Sean McLaughlin up in the fifth. He bumps Kevin Winker down to sixth. Matthew Wilson seventh. Eighth is Joe Nerton. Greg Moore took a hit. He's down in the ninth position. And Jason Batby rounds out the top 10. And you can look down and see where the rest of the drivers are there. And then switching over to the team standings, Schaefer Enterprise, they're still ahead. They got a nice, healthy lead over Kenny Powers Motorsports. Ken Diamond, third. East West Motorsports, fourth. Last Chance Qualifiers, fifth. And HF1 Motorsports in the sixth position. And taking a look at tonight's race, well, I tell you, this is going to be interesting. And the air temperature is only 66 degrees. The wind is 12 miles an hour. And track temperature, well, it was cooler earlier. Now it's up to 92 degrees. Of course, they're running the 65% fuel like they usually do. They have 5 sets of tires again tonight. The set they start with plus 4 additional sets. Only one faster pair, 2 green-white checker attempts for 75 laps around this 2.5-mile facility. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And well, you think that's going to be? You think that could be tricky for them? That those cooler temperatures, the track temperature is getting up there now, but maybe even the wind speed there, 12 miles an hour. What do you think of that, Matthew?
Yeah, my one of my biggest concerns coming into this race was the weather itself. The weather being as low as it is and the wind being as high as it is.
Right.
I almost want the track to heat up a little bit more so we can kind of see these cars slide around a little bit more, because I have a strong feeling these guys are going to be really planted, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple in the wall eventually longer in the run.
Oh, Brendan Mathia, he's your points leader, getting up to speed now. And this is his out lap. I guess he'll get the green flag when he comes around and start his first time lap. And it's possible there's already some other folks on track. We'll bring up the timing tower, and nobody else is put in a fast lap just yet. And there may be somebody already on their way. Here goes Brendan Mathia. The clock will start running for the number 1 right now. And we'll follow them around and see. Do they? I'm trying to remember. Did they do one at like a 1 lap, or is it 2?
I believe it's 2.
Is 2? Okay. Jason Batby, he was up on the pole there for a hot minute. Riley Hoots, he's been really quick in practice. Original pole with that 53.435. Brendan Mathia still no time yet for the number 1. So he's coming around now. I may have to, let's see if he gets what time he gets here now. He was right there with Riley Hoots in practice, time-wise. First lap on the board. Let's see what he got there. And did he not get a time? It's not showing. It might be P2. I'm going to have to refresh my my graphics here, I think. Because it's showing me the tire, but I know he's got to have a time. And just also a reminder that, you know, we have live timing and scoring. There's a link in the description showing the, you know, a lot of neat information and everything. Oh, he got into the wall. So, yeah. Wow. So his qualifying may be over, folks. There's Jason Montville. And, okay, something's going on with the graphics because I don't know why it's showing. There we go. He finally updated. He's P7 with that 53.828. And like you were saying there, things could get a little sketchy here tonight. And we'll go ahead and let them finish wrapping up here. We'll take a moment and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching the Pennsylvania 175 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Today, BioTE is a leading innovator in precision and preventative healthcare. We have translated over 80 years of scientific insight into medical approaches that identify and address imbalances in the production of hormones that occur as the body ages. BioTE is poised as a leader in the health and wellness revolution by offering personalized hormone therapy and high-grade nutraceuticals to people who want to take charge of their health. This is accomplished through personalized and preventative healthcare, made possible with hormone optimization. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description. Georgetown OBGYN provides complete women's care to the Central Texas area with a focus on patient comfort and satisfaction. Dr. Vincent Sherman, Dr. John Sherman, and Dr. Kelly Montville look forward to providing you with the excellent care you deserve. They take pride in combining experience you can trust with the most innovative treatments. For more information, click the link in the description below. Okay, folks, we're back, and it is time to go racing, and looks like the guys, they're starting to grid up, and while we're waiting for them to come out, we'll go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup as the field get ready to make their way out. On the pole there, Riley Hoots holds on to that pole position. Lucas Lyons in the second spot there. Alan Bledsoe starting third. Brendan Mathia in the fourth position. Fifth is Jason Batby. Patrick Hernandez sixth. Seventh is Greg Moore. Jason Montville in the eighth position. Ninth is Sean McLaughlin. Paul Bajanic rounds out the top 10. Then we have Joe Nerton in the 11th position. 12th is Ryan Cruz, and starting shotgun on the field is Matthew Wilson in the 13th position. And boy, I tell you, I just got a let me clear that out of the way there, and just got a notification. Is he on track yet? He's not. He hasn't entered the track yet. Waiting for Paul to get out there. I think we need to refresh the paint so his paint will show. And there he is there. But man, I know he's driving with a heavy heart tonight. His brother Chad passed away over the weekend. And so I know he's definitely out there racing with a purpose here tonight. So shout out to Chad there, and to the whole Bajanic family. Our sincere condolences. Still getting ready to roll off now. And you know, I got a little ahead of myself as they're rolling off. We didn't do our national anthem. I don't think we'll have time to do it now because it's a big track, but it's not that big. It takes a couple of minutes for that to play out. So our apologies there. Riley Hoots will be leading them to the green flag, sporting that Valvoline machine once again, Valvoline colors. And there's our spotlight driver there, Greg Moore. Currently 8th in the standings. He has 12 starts, no wins. He has one top 5 finish and 5 top 10 finishes. So we'll be keeping an eye on Greg, see how he progresses through the field this evening. Try to give a holler at him a little later on once the race gets going here. And a relatively small field here, 13 cars. And boy, I tell you, Matthew, you know what that means? You know, those smaller fields, it could equal a lot of green flag running, unless, like you were predicting, maybe some folks may have some problems with the wind out there tonight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that this season with the long green flag runs, so I wouldn't be surprised.
And four. There goes Pace Truck down on pit road, waiting for that green flag.
Green.
Got a green, and we're racing here at Pocono. Man, look at this. It's a real drag race going down to turn one. Man, who's going to get down there? Is Riley? Who's going to hold on? They're chasing him hard going down in the turn one. Alan Bledsoe up on the high. Is that Alan Bledsoe on the high side, I think? Or no, that's Lucas Lyons, I think, because they have similar color cars. Lyons now in the front. He gets ahead. Brendan Mathia moves ahead as well. The 19 there, Patrick Hernandez in the third position. They're going through the short chute there. So just like that, Riley Hoots, he pulls hitter back to the fifth position. Making their way now through the final turn. And it looks like it's going to be Lucas Lyons. He may hold on to lead lap number one. Yes, he does. Brendan Mathia, your points leader, and the Lions, you know, he's in that second position. And boy, I tell you, they may be battling all night long here. The whole field is going pretty good there. Looking a little further back, there's Jason Monteville in the sixth position. Jason Batby running seventh. There's a spotlight driver, Greg Moore, in the eighth position. Sean McLaughlin, his teammate, right behind him. And Joe Nerton, 10th, and these guys battling back here. There's the two there, Matthew Wilson, Paul Bajanic in the 88 machine. Ryan Cruz bringing up the rear at the moment. And up the front, Brendan Mathia has gotten past Lyons. So he'll come around. Looks like he'll lead lap number two. And Riley Hoots now, he's kind of got his composure now, and oh boy, he stepped out trying to make a move down on the inside. Is he going to be able to make that stick? He goes way down on the inside, and he's trying trying to get past Brendan Mathia. They're racing down the backstretch. Going through the tunnel turn there. Oh, and a little wiggle there for Hoots, and that gets him out of shape. It's still Mathia, Lyons, and Hernandez. And you know, that looks familiar. I think we've seen that combination earlier in the season.
Yeah, all these same guys running together all the time.
Absolutely. Boy, look at Alan Bledsoe going toe-to-toe there with the 19. Mathia and Lyons up front. Well, they're battling hard. Well, Patrick Hernandez, he gets way out of the groove there. He gathers it back up. Riding on board with your spotlight driver, Greg Moore. In the seventh position, that's exactly where he started the race, so he hasn't lost anything, so that's good. The teammate Sean McLaughlin right behind him. Up at the front there, Alan Bledsoe making a move on Lucas Lyons. And man, like we always say, now you see Brendan Mathia, he's out front, and he's got those guys battling behind him, and he's just loving that.
Yeah, this is your time to start setting sail and trying to break the draft and get away.
Absolutely. You know, the more they battle back there, the more opportunity he has to try to get away. He hasn't exactly pulled away from them, though. Alan Bledsoe only a car length or so behind him. Lucas Lyons also right there as well. Patrick Hernandez, he's still in that fourth position. Lost a little ground, though, but he does have his hands full there with Riley Hoots, that's for sure. can see the top three already separating themselves from the rest of the field. Now lap 6 of 75. Who is that down on the inside? Riley Hoots trying to get that 4th position from Patrick Hernandez. You know, it's such a short track there, and such a flat track, I should say, not that a whole lot of banking. Hernandez, he was able to have good speed coming off the corner there and retain that 4th position. So a good battle going on here for sure. Coming around now, it's going to be lap number 7. Baia continues to lead, only by just over a 1/10 of a second. Lucas Lyons, Bledsoe, Hernandez, they're all right there. Riley Hoots once, and boy, he up to 3rd. Playing leapfrog there, he jumped past both Hernandez and Bledsoe into that 3rd position. Wow.
Let me tell you, these guys are really going at it here. I mean, forget about winning the race on lap 75. Let's win it on lap 7. Like, these guys are really going at it here.
Yeah, they're pretty hard chargers out there, that's for sure. And all the while, Brendan Mathia has continued to just keep a nice pace going here. A little bit further back, you see this is the second group of cars here. Greg Moore, he's leading that trio of cars there. Moore, McLaughlin, and Batby. And oh no, and Batby, he gets into McLaughlin. He's hard into the outside wall. That's going to be a caution. Oh man, heavy hit there for the number 33. He's able to continue. He'll have to burn his 1 faster pair that he has. Oh my goodness. I know Jason feels bad about that.
Yeah, that was a really hard hit for Sean there.
Absolutely. Let's go back and take a look at it. Now, here they go. And they're like, Sean McLaughlin, he was the meat in the sandwich, though. And Batby's right there. And he might have pushed up into him. He's down on that inside. And just a little nudge. It didn't take much. And of course, the 33 just coming on around now. It almost looked like Batby trying to straighten him out, but it was probably too hard of a hit. If the 33's car had kind of just rode along a little bit, it might have just straightened him out, but he snapped back a little too quick. And that was the 21 there, Joe Nurton just scooting on by there. But yeah, hard hit there for Sean McLaughlin. He'll most likely come down on pit road. And I tell you, if there was one place that, like say, even if you didn't have a fast repair and you just needed to, if it wasn't like required repairs, you know, something that may only take like 30 seconds or whatever, if there's ever a track that you need to be at where you have time to do that, it's a place like this or Indianapolis, a nice big track with plenty of time to get on pit road and get some work done and not have to worry about losing that lap.
Yeah, absolutely. This track is a behemoth. This thing's huge.
McLaughlin looked like maybe he's checking his steering, making sure everything is working, and the car doesn't seem to have any. It was a pretty hard hit. No smoke coming out of it though, so maybe he doesn't have engine damage. Now, would you go ahead? Would you roll the dice and try to go in and see if you can do a manual repair, or would you just go ahead and burn the fast repair, judging by the type of hit that he had?
Well, judging by the type of hit that he had, I'd guess I'd probably take the fast repair. But if we had a bigger field, and I think if we would have more cautions, I wouldn't take it so early. Maybe wait later on in the race, but with the shorter field, I think I would take it, definitely.
Right. Let's see what he did. Oh, yep, he went ahead and burned it, so good luck to him from this point on. and hopefully he can make it through. Of course, still on the lead lap. In the 9th position, he's about, he's down and away. Up at the front there, Alan Bledsoe, he won the battle off of pit road. It'll be him, Brendan Mathia, Riley Hoots in that 3rd position. Bledsoe, he's one of our webcam drivers. Both him and Brendan Mathia, as a matter of fact. First caution of the evening made it to lap 10. I guess it was about lap 9 or so when it came out though.
I'm actually kind of surprised we made it as far as we did, honestly. With the type of racing that we had seen with those top 5, that top 5 was really going at it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was pretty wild there. Jason Monteville, he's up in the 4th position. At least that's how iRacing is sorting them out right now. Well, that's a cool paint scheme. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Let's see, where is there's Greg Moore a little further back. That doesn't have any damage or anything like that, but he's let me see if I can find him real quick. Go down there. There's Greg. I'll try to move him up here with us for a hot minute. I can find the broadcast booth. Hey, Greg, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Hi, Tony. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, I tell you, and boy, I tell you, this race has gotten off to a wild start here. I mean, they're really going at it hard up at the front, man. You know, how are you liking this track out here tonight?
Well, I'm just trying to get warmed up here a little bit and get into my groove. I don't seem to quite have the speed they do yet. We'll see what happens on the second run.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just my daughter Lily and our #1 fan Barbara.
There you go. All right, buddy. I'm gonna put you back down to the channel, and good luck, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, it's definitely lap 11 of 75. Definitely have a long ways to go, that's for sure. Now he's right there with Patrick Hernandez. He's a ways back now too, in the 10th spot there, or around thereabouts. Ryan Cruz right there. They're kind of, I think, well, I'm not sure if he's 10th or 9th. I think he's 9th. You know, right now they're kind of getting in position for the start here. Pace car should be heading on in. There he goes.
Green flag.
Green flag and racing once again. Bledsoe trying to get a good start. Mathia, well, I tell you, he is showing him how to do it here. Drag race down to turn 1. Is Mathia going to be able to make it past the 24? He may have the better momentum. Let's see what happens when they come off of the turn. And Alan Bledsoe is in the lead. Boy, look at Riley Hoots and Brendan Mathia. Oh, man, they're all up there now. Matthew Wilson in the 2 machine. And in the 12, Jason Monteville. Went through the tunnel turn there. That kind of separated them out there a little bit. There's Wilson and Monteville there racing. Sean McLaughlin in that 6th spot. So not too bad. He's actually 3 positions higher than he was when he started the race. And now it's Alan Bledsoe's turn to go and start to stretch out in the front here a little bit. And this kind of making you think like, okay, whoever's in the front, they got that clean air. They may be able to make some headway there.
Yeah, definitely. That clean air, you know, it can do all sorts of different stuff to your car, you know. So I definitely would want to be leading at this point.
Right, boy, I tell you, he is really battling hard with the number 1 there. Just a slide up in front of him as they go through the tunnel turn. I don't know what the, because Matthias, he's the points leader. Like I said, I forgot what the point spread was, and we looked at the points there, but he may actually have the championship locked up. I don't know if anybody can catch him mathematically or not. How many points they get for like a race win versus like second position?
I am not sure. I can look it up really quick.
Mm-hmm. John McLaughlin now in that 5th position, getting past the 19. Well, trying to get past the 19. Oh boy, they were close right there. Jason Montville, he's right behind them. Watching that action unfold in front of him, and now he's going to try to see if he can make a move on the 19 as well. Jason Montville, he's been getting pretty racy here lately.
Yeah, he hasn't run a whole bunch this season, but when he races, he's usually really racy and up towards the front.
He may be picking his races like I'm gonna race at tracks where I'm strong at, and well, I tell you, Hernandez there, man, he really got a nice run off of that corner. Trying to put the moves on the 12 machine there. Back up the front there, there's Matthias in that 3rd spot. He's got a nice gap between him, Matthew Wilson. Riley Hoots now closing in on the 24 of Alan Bledsoe. And I believe those are all 3 teammates there. They're all Kenny Powers Motorsports drivers running 1, 2, 3. Matthew Wilson, Ken Diamond, I believe. No, he's Kenny Powers as well. So it's Kenny Powers 1 through 4. Then we have the East-West Motorsports driver Sean McLaughlin in the 5th position. Patrick Hernandez, he was that new one-man team, HF1 Motorsports, but he is affiliated with Kenny Powers. So, but it's right now he's a one-man team, and hopefully you can get a teammate in there with him next season. Lucas Lyons there. Schaefer Enterprises. Boy, they're really bunched up now. Him, the 19 and the 33. Oh, boy, they got close. The 19 in the grass. And he does manage to hold on. And, yeah, oh, man, they're all over the place here. That was the 12 there, Montville, right behind Greg Moore. Moore now, he jumps up into the 7th position. Man, it's like a free-for-all out there tonight.
Lucas Lyons, he benefited really good out of that little scuffle there.
Boy, you can see the gap between the top 4 and the rest of the field. Or I think I should say top 3. No, it is top 4, yeah, because Matthew Wilson, he's pretty much hanging in there with them. Maybe a couple of car lengths, 2 or 3 car lengths between him and Brendan Mathia. But so far, so good. He's hanging in. Bledsoe, he continues to lead up front. Riley Hoots right on his tail there. Brendan Mathia in that 3rd position. Oh, wait a minute. Was that Mathia? Way up in the marbles there. Do you think maybe that could have been a crosswind, got him coming off the corner?
I'm not sure. I don't know if he's trying to get a good run or what that was, but it quite possibly could have been, though.
I have seen a couple of guys run a little wide here and there. We'll have to watch that again. I think that was turn 1, I believe it was, when he went up there. Because, they obviously they're probably building up the most speed going down the front stretch. The front stretch is the longest straightaway on the track. They don't get that hit that apex just right. That momentum, and there he is again, running that high line. Could that be a sign that the handling on the car is a little bit more on the loose side? Him having to run high like that instead of hitting that apex down on the inside of the turn?
It might be. I'm wondering if he's trying to kind of artificially make the car loose. Oh, what happened here with Riley Hoots?
Yeah, he might have had to check up and regain control of the car. He might have got loose himself. We didn't get a chance to see it. But he's back now to the third position. That's going to leave Brendan Mathia. He's up there. Now he's a second, and Bledsoe's still leading. The gap is 0.3 of a second. Now, just a little over 0.4. Drafting can play a factor here. He gets a little further ahead, they're going to kind of lose the draft on him.
Yeah, definitely.
Now 0.6. Boy, I tell you, Alan Bledsoe, he's opening up, found a new gear here. He's racing along here on lap 20, now going through the final turn. And boy, they're still slicing and dicing behind them. Matthew Wilson now in that third position ahead of Riley Hoots. We got Joe Nerton down on pit road, green flag pit stop. Looks like, did he already stop? That was, oh, what? He wasn't, did he actually, wonder why he stopped where he stopped at. It looked like, unless he almost spun, that might have been what happened. He's still got to make his way down to his pit box, unless that's where he was, something might have happened. He just had to come off the track for a minute. So that's unfortunate there for Joe Nerton, because it doesn't look like he had any work done on the car.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, and now the caution comes out. And, Jason Monteville. We don't even see him. Oh, there he is in the car. Car does have a bit of damage. Caution here on lap 22. Let's go back and take a look here, see if we can see what happened. And so there's Monteville, the 12 car. Oh, it looks like he got, and he just, pancake up against the wall there. And he just about got the number 2 there. Number 21, Joe Nerton. And Nerton, he's going down. Oh, and that's how he got down on pit road. When we thought he was just going into pit, remember when we saw him, looked like he came to a stop. He was literally just trying to come to a stop without hitting the inside wall. And just as glance it, wow, as he does that. And then meanwhile, oh man, poor Jason Monteville going for a little bit of a ride there. The rear back of the car is tore up a bit. But so that's how Joe Nerton got down on pit road. Now this will allow everybody to catch their breath here a little bit. I mean, it's almost like a sprint out there. Now last time, everybody did pit on lap 9 the last time around.
All these cautions early on, kind of surprising with as big of a track and as short of a field. It's kind of a little bit weird, I guess. But
yeah, well, I mean that last one, it wasn't by any contact. He just got a little loose coming off the corner. Tapped the wall, and and that's what triggered the whole thing. So it wasn't, it wasn't that they got into each other, but as hard as they've been racing, you'd almost think that, And the first one, Jason did get into the back of the 33 there, but the second one was just self-induced. Of course, everybody comes down pit road. A lot of action on pit road. Tires and fuel everywhere. Let's see. Riley Hoots, left side's going on there for the number 5. Alan Bledsoe, he's going to win. Wait, did he? No, Paul Bajanic. I wonder if he took 2 tires. Because he's out in the front now. It's possible that he might have taken 2. That's one thing that I wish iRacing would do is when they do a pit stop, if you don't get a chance to actually look at the car, when they're in the pit box, I wish in the data, I wish it would show whether or not it was 4 tires or 2 tires. A lot of times you can look at the pit stop time and say, okay, 7 seconds, that's probably just took right side tires or something like that. But matter of fact, I can pull that up in my data as well, and, on my screen, and I'm not sure if that's in the link to the all the live timing and scoring that's in the description of the broadcast. Let's look here and see for Janik. Yep, that's exactly what it was there, Matthew. His last pit stop time was 7.3 seconds. So it looks like he probably did a 2-tire stop. Ryan Cruz did a 2-tire change. And that bumped him up to the 3rd position. So these guys are rolling the dice here. And it looks like they're the only 2 that took on 2 tires. And it's got them right up at the front. And now that could be a little interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, hopefully they don't get super tight and cause an incident here, but they might be rolling the dice a little because of all these cautions. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they did that.
A lot of other guys, they came in, looks like they came in for a splash of fuel maybe just to top those tanks off, doing a little fuel strategy here. I tell you, we're 24 laps in of 75, basically about a third of the way. So you do have to do some long range planning though, don't you? If it's a track where there's fuel mileage, you start playing that fuel mileage game.
Definitely. I think what those 4 cars that came in there, I believe you can make it 24, 25. You can stretch it on fuel on a tank here. So these guys might be trying to stretch it to make it on a 1-stop, whereas some of these other guys might have to save their fuel a little bit more aggressive. So that might be what they're doing coming in again.
$10-4. I'm checking the audio here for a second. Bear with me. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Green flag.
Green flag, and we're on board with your leader. We had that issue the other day, and I couldn't hear the car audio, and I wanted to double check and make sure we got that going, and that's working just right. It's Bledsoe. Look at Greg Moore, spotlight driver, taking a look down on the inside. Greg Moore, where did he come from? He's up to the lead. It's more Bledsoe, Brendan Mathia, Patrick Hernandez coming into the picture there. There's Alan Bledsoe coming down to the tunnel turn there. Oh, boy, they're going to get the 10 as they go through there. At least the 24 is. Greg Moore trying to hold on. Let's see, Greg Moore, now he did a 14.9 second stop, so he got 4 tires of fuel. It wasn't a 2-tire stop for the 10, but man, he sure made some nice headway on that this restart here.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta optimize as much positions as you can gain here on these restarts.
When we spoke to him at the beginning of the race there, and he was saying he didn't think he had as much speed as the other guys, unless he's just waiting for the track to come to him there a little bit. And because that track does, as it rubbers in, the handling does change. And maybe that's what he was waiting for. Brendan Mathias easing on by into that second position. Oh, somebody just tapped the wall. Was that Monteville? Yeah, I think it was. He is continuing on, but he's getting passed there by Riley Hoots, Lucas Lyons. But he's still racing along. Got a little bit of damage on that right front there. You can see the tire damage there, but looked like he's able to continue. Meanwhile, up the front, Alan Bledsoe once again trying to open up that gap, 0.4 of a second already. Mathias back in that second position. Greg Moore now ended that third spot, trying to keep the 19 Patrick Hernandez at bay. And here comes Riley Hoots and Lucas Lyons. Man, I tell you, he's got guys all over his tail there. Lyons taking a look down on the inside. Hernandez goes way high in the turn there. That might have been more offensive than defensive, because he got a good run and he stays ahead of Lyons. Now he has to deal with the 5 there, Riley Hoots. Greg Moore has got a couple of car lengths between him and the 19. They continue to race along. Mathias, the gap has come down a bit now, just about 0.3 of a second. Well, I think I saw Riley Hoots give a little wiggle there coming off of the final turn. Oh no, Jason Batby coming down pit road. Oh, he spun. Oh my goodness. He's able to continue. Now, look like he's got some a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. He's going to have to come down and, I guess, you could probably get down here and burn a faster pair and maybe get up to speed before, they're already halfway around the track, though. He's probably going to lose a lap, you think?
Yeah.
Overshot there a little bit.
He might.
Okay, he's got the faster pair. Maybe he's topping off the tank because he knows he's going to have to maybe run offset to the rest of the field, because they're about to come up there and put him a lap down. He's still on pit road. There's your leader going on by, and Batby continues to stay on pit road. Not sure why he's staying there. They raced, and he did use the faster pair, but he might have got a speeding penalty because he did fly down off the track, didn't he?
Yes,
I think that might have been what it was. Yeah, and
yeah.
Well, they're racing along. Let's take a quick look here, see if we can see what happened. Oh, that's not the one where it's well, let's see. That's not what I was looking for there. Let's go to this replay here. Maybe this is what I'm. Nope, that's not it either. I was going to try to catch it to see what happened for him, because it definitely looked like it was a spin there. Unfortunately, he's 1 lap down in that 13th position. He's on the other side of the track. He has gotten back out on track, Bledsoe, and of course we have a caution here. And now I wonder what that that was for. Oh no, Sean McLaughlin. It's saying Sean McLaughlin and Matthew Wilson.
Ooh,
oh,
good damage.
Heavy damage for the number 2 there. Let's go back and take a look at this here. And so here they are racing along. And there's the 2 there. Wilson on the high side, McLaughlin down on the inside. I think are they going down to the tunnel turn maybe? Oh, he's really up against the wall. Scrapes the wall, comes off a little bit, tags the 33, and it just sends John McLaughlin. Was he the one that crashed earlier and had to burn a faster pair? On that first caution? I think it was. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Because Batby got into him, and then he had to, so he does not have a faster pair. The car doesn't look too bad. course, Wilson had the bigger hit there and lost the front of the machine there. But so we'll see how this shakes out. Now, he will definitely have to use his fast repair. I don't think he's been involved in anything else. He is making his way down pit road. The rest of the field is already coming down pit road. Now, who is on track there? I think that that might have been Jason. He should get the lucky dog wave around if he wasn't involved in any of that. But here he comes down to his pit box, and hopefully he's got the fast repair. Yep, there it goes. So tires and fuel, everybody's on their way back out. There's Bledsoe, won the battle off of pit road. Let me see it. Let's see if I can grab him. See if I see him out there. He is right there. Hey, Alan, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, Tony.
Boy, I tell you, you guys, this is, I don't know if it's a marathon or a sprint race. You guys are just going at it tooth and nail out there, man. I tell you.
I mean, I can't really tell too well because I can't see what's going on in the back of the field, but like apparently it's been kind of crazy back there. I know that Riley, he had an opportunity to take it 3 wide at one point coming off of turn 1 on that last run, and like it is, you know, it's been me and Brenton up front for the most part. It's just I don't know. I kind of want it to stay green, but at the same time, now I need a caution because we're gonna have to, like, we tried saving a set, so I don't really know what I want. I'm totally torn in half.
Bad day, man. I tell you, because it's kind of the way these cautions. This is like, it's only the third one, but it just seems like it's kind of catching you guys in the middle of a run and kind of throwing off your scheduling, I guess, how you want to do your pit strategy, huh?
Yeah, we're only halfway through this race, and we started out with 5 sets, and we've already used 2 of them. So it's like, what do we even do? Like, it's been a rough race so far, but that's just because the cautions are coming in at really bad times, like really bad.
Yeah, you know, yeah, that's what they say. Timing is everything. But I'm go ahead and put you.
If it helps you any, 22 laps on a fuel run. So that's kind of the that's kind of where we're at.
Okay, then 10-4.
The number's weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put you back down to the channel, man. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you, Tony.
And so yeah, they have to try to kind of figure out what they're gonna do or how they're gonna do it. Alan Bledsoe kind of scratching his head there. Teammate Mathia right there. Patrick Hernandez is right back up to the front again. Boy, I tell you, Riley Hoots is right there. Joe Nurton, boy, you got to watch Joe Nurton because you give him half a chance. You know, he's gonna do something.
Yeah, he's always in the mix. He's always there.
I do believe the lights are out on the pace truck. And yep, they are. So we'll be getting the green flag this time around. It'll be lap 34. Spotlight driver Greg Moore in that 7th position. His teammate Sean McLaughlin, he's late coming out of the pits. You can see him on the track map. He's coming down towards the final turn, but the pace truck is in. They're going green now.
Green.
He's just about caught the field. He should be okay. He's already up to full speed. They race down to turn 1. I guess they're trying to keep these tires. They're trying to get good value out of the tire set. And I guess that does get tricky after a while, huh? And having to kind of decide, well, this is not one of them places I guess you want to stay out on a set of tires and other people have put fresh ones on.
Yeah, it's a tough call because you want to save as many sets for later on, but you're thinking about now, and it's hard. Ooh, they're going really at it there. Through out of here.
It's good to see it. Oh, big hit back there. I think that was Matthew Wilson up against the outside wall. And I think he already burned. Yeah, he did burn a faster pair, so he still has the nose on the car, so that's good. Caution number 4. And I wonder, he was up against the wall again. Let's run in the tape here. Oh, it's already happening. Let's roll it back here just a little bit. And don't know if he got squeezed because he was actually he was down there in the next to the highest groove there, Paul Bojanic, the 88 machine, on the high side there, and they're coming down, and he's getting closer and closer. He's about to put the squeeze on the 88. The 88 can't go anyplace else, and he just came up too far. And I mean, there was nothing that Bojanic could do, and man, he just really caused himself some problems there. That wall is not going to budge at all. Now, folks they just pitted. What would you do, Matthew? Would you just stay out, or do you worry about is it more of a tire thing? It sounded like Alan was concerned about the tires, or do you think it's more of a fuel situation or tires at this point?
Yeah, I think it's more of a tires at this point, but at this point, I definitely stay out because I don't even think they really got a full lap done.
Right.
Just a straightaway, so I'd stay out if I was them, but I don't know what their fuel situation totally looks like, so they might bite the bullet and come in.
Well, so far now they're making their way down to the final turn. We'll find out here in a minute what they're going to do. Because they all, like you said, they all pitted on lap 30. Well, let's see. Bledsoe, he pitted on lap 31. Him and Mathia and Riley Hoots. Well, pretty much the whole field, except for Jason. He's out of sync there a little bit, and McLaughlin. And, yep. Oh, trying to pull a dummy. Mathia almost fell for it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, great day. Yeah, look, just don't mess up and hit the water barrels at the end of the wall. Trying to pull a dummy. That's just bad. So I'm glad that did not happen.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing for everybody. All parties involved.
And the second half of the field, they're not taking any chances. They're coming on down. It looks like, I think a lot of folks I think everybody's just topping the tanks off. Looks like all fuel stops here. 6 seconds. Of course, Wilson, he's going to be there a while longer because he's got manual repairs now. He only had the one faster pair. So hopefully he will get back out soon. Ryan Cruz, Paul Bojanic getting back out there. And at the front, it's still Bledsoe, Mathia, and Hoots, the top 3, followed by Patrick Hernandez, Joe Nurden rounding out the top 5. Spotlight driver Greg Moore in that 6th position. Coming around now, I think they might be. I don't know if they're getting the 1 to go or they should get the 1 to go this time around. And Matthew Wilson on his way off of pit road. So it wasn't any kind of manual or required repairs that would take a long amount of time. And like I was saying at the beginning of the race, or if you have to sit on pit road for a fair amount of time, this is one of the tracks to do it at. So you can have a fighting chance of getting back out and getting underway. I'm pretty sure they got the one to go now, so he may be able to go all the way around and catch up to the back of the pack here. We'll see what happens. He's racing along. They're behind the pace truck. Yeah, lights are out on the pace truck, so they are getting ready to go green. Wilson on the tail end of the lead lap, and you see him now. They're just coming out of turn 1, or turn 2, I guess you would say. And boy, I tell you, he is hot-footing it down the front stretch, trying to catch him. This place is huge, though. Great day.
Yeah.
He's basically racing it already. But now, yeah, he's clutching it, trying to. He's doing two things. He's trying to catch the field, but he doesn't want to ruin his fuel mileage. He does have one more straightaway to go. He should be able to catch up to him nicely now, because they still got to go through turn 3. There they are now, so he will catch up to the back of the field. Good job there from Matthew Wilson, trying to stay on that lead lap while your leaders getting ready to go down into, they always say what turn for. I'm always used to, at a regular oval track, you're going into turn 1 and you come off of turn 2. Part of me wants to say when they're coming off of, onto what I guess you call the backstretch, sometimes I think of that as turn 2. But, yeah, Pocono is kind of weird like that, I guess.
Green flag.
Green flag racing yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had Alan up there all that time. Racing once again. They really are side by side this time, going down to turn 1, or we'll just say turn 1. Man, look at the pack. Oh, my goodness. Where is my mouse at? Sometimes I lose track of where my mouse is, and what is going on with my mouse? This thing is acting so weird. There it is. Okay. Alan Bledsoe falling back in the order. Brendan Mathia up front now. Hernandez in that P2 position. Riley Hoots right behind him in third. Oh boy, that was that Alan Bledsoe?
Yeah.
He tagged the wall really hard. That same kind of damage like what Matthew Wilson had. Yeah, and, I don't think he's enjoying himself right now. This race kind of getting away from him here a little bit, trying to recover here. Him dropping a position. Greg Moore now in that 5th position, right behind your top 4 there. Teammate Sean McLaughlin not too far behind. He's got Jason Montville right behind him. He's battling, trying to hold on to that 6th position. More look at the number 12 there, Jason Montville, getting the run on him as they go down to turn 1. And he'll take that 6th position away.
Yeah,
meanwhile, up
back here.
Absolutely, man. Both packs of cars, just nice battles all over the place. I think I saw Jason Batby. He fell down the order real quick. He might have got out of shape there a little bit. He's still racing along, trying to hold on to that top 10 position. Joe Norton, 21 machine. Alan Bledsoe. Bledsoe may be battling with one hand tied behind his back, though. I don't know how well that car is at the moment. Seems like he's able to hold on there, hold a position, that 9th position. Greg Moore now, he just about has the 4th position, battling hard with Lucas Lyons. Greg Moore on charge once again.
Good little run here.
Absolutely. Is he going to get to make the move on the 5? I think he might. And the leaders are right there. Nobody that's been up at the front has really driven away from anybody from the rest of the field. Boy, look at Riley Hoots. Right, that's bump drafting 101 right there.
He might be able to get. Oh
my goodness. Ooh.
Send it.
Wow. He sent it all right. You know, laws of physics is going to apply that. I think he had to really turn down to keep from getting into the 1. I think he would have pushed right up into him there. It's Matthias Hernandez, Greg Moore, now in the 3rd position. And right behind him, Lucas Lyons and Riley Hoots going at it. I mean, you're not getting a moment's rest at all around this track. As big as it is, I mean, sure, you have the long straightaways, but I mean, everybody's making a move everywhere.
Yeah, this is kind of the opposite of what I thought was going to happen today. But, wow, they are really trying here.
Absolutely. Look at Greg Moore challenging for the lead. Going neck and neck there with Brendan Mathia. He has to back out of it, though, a little bit. Oh, boy, almost got together with the 5. It isn't for a lack of trying, though, I'll tell you that much. Now it's Hernandez, his turn. Oh, boy. Because you know Patrick Hernandez, you definitely don't want to give him a shot because he is going to take it and then some.
Yeah, when he gets that shot, he runs with it, sprints with it.
Look at Greg Moore. You see him down on the inside again. He's trying to go down low once again. That's a neat little move there. He leapfrogs the 25 and the 5 again into the 3rd position. Careful there, don't hit the corner of the 19.
Boots got really unlucky with that little Greg Moore move there.
Yeah. But every time they go through that tunnel turn, man, I think I saw Riley Hoots tap the wall himself. Yeah, he's got a little damage on that right front. He's trying to stay in it though. So now Mathia, he's back at the lead once again, and let's check back in with the second group of cars. There's Monteville. He's pretty much by himself right now, about 0.3 of a second ahead of Paul Bajanic, running in that 7th position. They're a little bit more spaced out back here. Oh, and Bajanic gets into the wall, and he's trying to hold on to it. Now, he's not under any pressure right now for the position, because Alan Bledsoe is a bit further back. He's a lot of battling going on with him. Sean McLaughlin, the 2 there, Matthew Wilson, Jason Batby. Jason hasn't been having the best time out here tonight. Do you think he's not a big fan of this track here?
Yeah, this is the first race he's run. He's been struggling this week with it, but yeah, just kind of got unlucky early on in the race, but trying to work his way back through here, I guess.
Trying to find a way. Got a full head of steam there coming up behind Wilson. Oops, I hit the wrong button, my bad.
Ooh, let me tell you, if I had that big of a head of steam there, I would have taken her 3 wide.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have waited, but
Yeah.
good patience, I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh yeah. Well, we know what you can do on the track. That has been well documented.
Yeah.
And I tell you, because I tell you, you'll give them guys a run for their money any day of the week. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was always fun running with them. Yep.
Now you say you're doing the Road to Pro, isn't it? Is that what it is? What you doing?
Yeah, Road Pro ended for me, but there's still 70 other guys.
Oh! Big hit.
Oh,
Who was that? Was that
Lucas and Patrick.
Was that Lucas? Lucas Lyons? Oh man, he's off the pace. Oh yeah. Oh boy, he's got a lot of damage on that right front. Man. Oh my goodness. Here comes Alan Bledsoe. He's going to try to scoot on past. Sean McLaughlin trying to get by as well. No caution, and you have to try to continue to race if you can. Lyons in a bit of trouble. There's the 2 there, Matthew Wilson. He might get up under him as well. And somebody's on pit road. It's Patrick Hernandez. I think this is just a planned stop here. Green flag pit. Oh, he's got a bit of damage. I didn't see him hit the wall. He might burn a faster pair here, folks. Yeah, that's significant damage on that right front of that 19 car. And I tell you, even at a big track like this, a green flag pit stop there goes the faster pair. Oh, he's going to go ahead and get tires and everything. So he's probably going to lose a lap, but he's going to be off cycle with the rest of the field. I guess he's rolling the dice now and hope that when you do something like that, you have to kind of hope it stays green, right?
Yeah, so if he can stretch his fuel out this next 25 laps-ish and save, he might be able to pull off a win here. I don't know how much. I think Alan said 22, so he might be a little short, but see what happens.
Yeah. 26 laps to go at the moment, and Lucas Lyons, he's down on pit road. Man, the right rear of that car is tore up as well. Looks like all 4 corners may be tore up. Don't know if he's used a faster pair or not all race long. We'll see if he has one here. Comes down to his pit box. Yep, he did have his faster pair, so I guess anybody that comes in, they're just going to put 4 Goodyears on and go for it here. He's on his way out. That might have been just right sides only. It was a 9-second stop, or 9.9. We might as well call it 10. Brendan Mathia now 1.2 seconds ahead of Riley Hoots in that second position. Your spotlight driver, Greg Moore, in the podium spot at the moment, running in third. And everybody in the top 5 last pitted on lap 31. And you know these guys are probably going to pit at least one more time. And even Patrick Hernandez, he's still on the lead lap, the tail end of the lead lap. Him and Lucas Lyons, 42 and 43 seconds behind the leader. So now it's just going to be interesting to see how these pit stops shake out here. Joe Norton once again having a good race up near the front. Running in that 4th position, and he's right there. And Jason Montevideo, he's not right with the front pack, but not too far behind, considering he's had his share of damage as well.
Yeah, that rough ride that he had early on, looking on first track, that was not a very good, pleasant ride there.
Absolutely. Brendan Mathia, you can see he is just full concentration there, battling with Riley Hoots. Greg Moore right behind him. Boy, look at the 21 Joe Nerton also trying to make a move there. Greg Moore, he's trying to hold on. He's kind of tucked up behind the 5. I think Joe Nerton, he was going to try to do that same move that Moore did earlier, that leapfrog a couple of guys. Didn't quite work out just yet, though, for him. Riley Hoots now up to the front ahead of Brendan Mathias. Oh boy, there's Greg Moore trying to make that move. He gets he kind of gets past the one, not quite. He's getting alongside him. They come down to the final turn. Oh, Mathias definitely pulls back in front. Now look at Joe Nerton back there. I wonder if he's gonna try to go down, send it down on the inside. No, he's too close. And besides, Greg Moore is in the way now. Greg's probably trying to do a little bit more of that. That wasn't a full send going down there, but he's kind of got the 21 boxed in right now, just a little bit. Riley Hoots opening up that gap 0.4 of a second ahead of Brendan Mathias, who's managing to hold on to the second position. That draft is coming into play, though. Well, Joe Nerton now got himself up into that 3rd position. Oh, I think I see some guys peeling off. Riley Hoots coming down pit road. Brendan Mathias right in tow with him. That's going to see who else came in. Alan Bledsoe also coming in. The trio of the drivers that we have seen at the top earlier in the race hands the lead to Joe Nerton. And he can't be too far away. Him and Greg Moore, you would think, and Jason Montville, you would think they're all going to have to come in at some point. And that could theoretically hand the lead to Sean McLaughlin. Now, he pitted on lap 36, 5 laps after the guys that are top 3 that are in front right now. So I don't know. I guess he would have to pit again as well, but it'd be a lot closer to the end of the race. There's your leader, Joe. I'm sorry?
Oh, yeah, I think these guys definitely probably want to respond here. Yeah, they're responding to what the KPM guys are doing here.
Yeah. So now it's Sean McLaughlin, Jason Batney running 1-2. Paul Bojanic is a bit further back in the 3rd position. They all pitted on lap 36, but they'll definitely have to pit before it's all over. Ryan Cruz in that 4th spot right now. And Greg Moore, Jason Montville, Joe Nerton. Joe Nerton's already on his way out. This is going to get interesting here. All these guys are making their way out. Patrick Hernandez, he's in 5th. Lucas Lyons. Patrick, he pitted on lap 48. And Lucas Lyons right behind him pitted on lap 49. And we have Brendan Mathias, Riley Hoots. They pitted on lap 54. Joe Nerton pitted on lap 55 along with Greg Moore. So I would say these guys should be good to go to the end of the race. Remember what you were saying? How Patrick pitted. He might be in the prime position here, because all those guys, the top 4 in front of him, are going to have to pit. And his tires are only 1 lap older than Lucas Lyons, who's right behind him. These guys could end up battling for the win at the end of the race here. Yeah,
this is going to be interesting. Like Alan said, 22 laps. They pit nearly with like 25, 26 to go, so I think they're going to be really, really close if they did any savings. So definitely going to be interesting, especially with the older tires, and
Absolutely.
the guys behind them might catch up here.
And you hear Lucas Lyons trying to do some fuel saving there. Right now, it's all about getting. I guess they're kind of committed now. If they want to try to win the race, it's like Hail Mary time, and you can already see what your strategy is going to have to be. It's not necessarily just trying to pass the guy in front of you, but just make it to the checkered flag. Because every single corner, he's pushing that clutch in. And the minute I say that, he doesn't.
This might be interesting if we get a caution too, because they're probably going to be cycled out to the lead, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but the guys behind them, like say Brendan Mathia and Riley Hoots, they put it on lap 54. And they could that's 21 laps right there, I think. So they could pretty much go. It'll be very close, but I think Mathia and Hoots could make it to the end. That's going to be really close there for Hernandez and Lyons. Whether they can make it, I don't know. And see where they are. Where is Brendan Mathia? They're not, and Mathia and Hoots, they're not that far back. There's a nice gap between Mathia and Brendan Mathia and Riley Hoots. But this now, I mean, they've just been a barnstorming race all this time, and now it really looks like it's turning into a, man, just do everything you can to just save as much fuel as you can. I guess these guys are looking at their, I don't know if they were using, fuel calculations and that iRacing one, is that pretty accurate nowadays? Because I know they have those third-party apps like Crew Chief and all of that. And but what do you think about the iRacing one as far as showing the fuel calculations?
Yeah, I like the normal iRacing fuel calculator. It's not terrible, but it shows you a general rule of thumb. But you have to expect that it's going to be slightly off sometimes, but I usually trust it, with a grain of salt, kind of, but it's not bad.
Don't they have this new feature now where you can tell it to fuel to the end or something, and it's supposed to put in the amount of fuel that it thinks that you need to get to the end of the race?
They did add that. I don't use that because sometimes if you underfuel or overfuel the car, it could totally change. It changes the way the car handles. So you almost want to, add the amount that you want to add. That's what I usually do, at least.
Right. John McLaughlin in the lead here at the moment, 0.3 ahead of Jason Batby, running 1-2. Paul Bajanic, they're still out there. There's no way they can make it to the end from pitting on lap 36. That'd be almost 2 full stints fuel-wise. And here comes Sean McLaughlin now, making his way in. Batby going one more round, at least one more lap. Paul Bajanic, is he going to come in? I think so. Yeah, here he comes. And well, I hope Jason makes it around. This is not a place you want to run out of fuel on the backstretch.
Yeah, he might be trying to wait for a caution here.
Yeah.
See what happens.
They're so spread out right now, and sometimes you were trying to wait for the caution, you end up being the caution, but he's in clear air right now, and there's absolutely nothing. He's 18 seconds and he's about 18 seconds ahead of Matthias, so definitely not ahead or far enough ahead to have any hope of getting in and getting back out. And now here he comes now down on the pit road, and there's Mathia making his way towards the final corner. Him, Riley Hoots, and after all of that, it looks like it's going to cycle back up to Brendan Mathia. Goes back into the lead. With Riley Hoots second, Joe Norton in that third position. Patrick Hernandez, he's in that fourth spot, him and Lucas Lyons, but I think they're kind of a slave to their fuel situation. They're trying desperately to get to the end here. Mathia, Hoots, and Norton definitely in much better shape fuel-wise. If they can keep it off the wall there, they might can actually race to the end here. 13 laps to go.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Got out of the throttle. Hey, they're still racing here.
Yeah. Well, they know now they got enough fuel to get to the end, and they're just going for it now. Riley Hoots trying to complete that pass. I think he's going to get it. Yes, he moves into the lead for the moment.
So close to that wall. Wow.
Absolutely. Lucas Lyons in that fifth position, about a half a second behind Hernandez. You can see your top three there. Somebody else is up there too. I think that might be Ryan Cruz, maybe. I don't know. Somebody's up there. Let's go on board Riley Hoots. Yeah, that's Ryan Cruz ahead of Hoots there. Well, look at old Joe Norton, I tell you. He's giving the old college try here. He gets past, or trying to get past the number one. Oh, man, they're racing down to the tunnel turn. I think Mathia has the advantage. So he will stay ahead of the 21. They approach the final turn. And that little exchange between the two of them, that's opened up a 6/10 second gap for Riley Hoots out front. And now all he needs is for this thing really to go green. You can see that another group of cars right here. There's Greg Moore, your spotlight driver, now back to the 7th position. He had a good run there for a while, and looks like he's going to drive under Lucas Lyons, take that 6th spot. Now 10 laps to go. Alan Bledsoe right ahead of him. He's trying to chase down the 19 of Patrick Hernandez. And then further ahead there, Joe Norton trying to hold on to the 20, over to the 1 there of Brendan Mathia. I think Riley Hoots now, he's driving it like he stole it, and like he can see the light at the end of the tunnel now, trying to break the draft of the number 1, doing everything he can. And the one thing that's helping him right now, well, I started to say because Joe Norton might be distracting the 1, but he's not that close. I thought he was closer than that. He lost some ground to Brendan Mathia. Trying to close back in once again, and they're all still fairly close, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Those two behind Riley, they're really trying to get there. They're definitely not helping their cause fighting each other, but now they're, single out and trying to get there at least.
Absolutely. They're racing along. Now they are coming up on Ryan Cruz, and he's on the tail end of the lead lap, and he's got the leaders barreling down on him here. And you can see Riley Hoots weaving a little bit more, trying to break the draft of Brendan Mathia. Ryan Cruz trying to stay on the lead lap. Ryan, he pitted on lap 61, so he definitely should be good to the end of the race there. His tires are a little bit fresher than those guys, so who knows? The gap is coming down ever so slightly. It's taken a while, even in a slower car, though. If he's got fresher tires, he still has a little bit of an advantage on you.
Yeah, Ryan Cruz might be the thing that Riley really wants to see right now to break this draft.
Maybe be able to pick up a draft himself. Yeah, if he can get up there. 8 laps to go. There's still a healthy gap between him and Mathia. And look at Cruz. He's less than half a second now between him and the 00. He'd love to get a draft, get up there, and then use him as a buffer if he can get past him. So a good scenario starting to shape up here now for the 5. The rest of the field, you can see they're quite spread out there. And meanwhile, Riley Hoots has gotten past the 00, Ryan Cruz, and that is definitely going to help him. Brendan Mathia now almost a full second behind the number 5. He's having to deal with the 21 of Joe Nerton. He's got the 00 in front of him that he's going to have to negotiate, and Ryan Cruz isn't exactly trying to get left behind by Riley Hoots. Ryan Cruz may actually be doing some drafting of his own.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for these guys to get by Ryan Cruz, so let's see what happens here. Same thing with Joe and Brendan. I don't know if they're trying to get to the lead at this point, or they're just trying to duke it out for second here. So I know everybody wants to win, but Riley is gone right now.
Right. And now it's 5 laps to go as he crossed the stripe, and time is quickly running out for Mathia and Nerton to get up there to challenge Hernandez down on pit road, probably because of fuel. So he just could not make it to the end. Doesn't look like it's for damage or anything like that, so.
Yeah, really, really rough night for Patrick and Lucas getting caught up in that incident, especially for Lucas and the point situation that he's in. He really needs to optimize as many points as he can.
Absolutely.
Tonight.
Well, I mean, now he's in that 6th position, and Mathia's in 2nd. So this could pretty much wrap up the championship for him, I would believe. So, because I know I had sent a message earlier, and I don't think they got a chance to get back to me though. Alan Bledsoe back in the 4th position. He's a ways back, though, 4.5 seconds. Greg Moore right behind him. And it's pretty much academic at this point. Lucas Lyons a little further back. They're all spaced out here. Riley Hoots, he still has Ryan Cruz behind him, just about a second behind him. And he is doing well to stay ahead of Brendan Mathia, who I honestly think is, Joe Nerton, I think he's trying to get that 2nd step on the podium. It's going to be 3 laps to go as the leader crosses the line. And Joe Nerton, he's ready to fight to the end here.
Yeah, Riley's pretty much checked out at this point.
Yeah.
Especially with these two battling.
Brendan Mathia taking that high line. Nerton drives under him. And is he going to move up? Let's see. Yeah, I think he moved in front of the, he isn't. No, he didn't. Mathia held on, and now he's using the 00 A little bit of draft there and see if he can slingshot past. Trying to get past. And he finally does get past the Ryan Cruz. Here comes Joe Nerton trying to follow him through. Making their way off the final turn. This is one of those situations where a lap car is really not helping the situation, you know. And it depends on your situation. Like for Riley Hoots, it was a big help, but right now it's turning out to be a little bit of a hindrance for Joe Nerton. And now he just run wide, and let's see, can Nerton get past him? It looks like he might.
Yeah, Ryan's pretty much racing with them at this point.
Yeah. At what point though? Now, I mean, he's a lap down, and I don't know what the league rules are about that. You know, once you lose that lap, do you still race the lead cars that hard? I mean, because you gotta admit his tires are like 10 or 11 laps fresher. So what is he supposed to do? You know, I don't know what the protocol is there for that situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I definitely would not want to be Joe Nerton in that situation. They're trying to race there.
White flag in the air for Riley Hoots. 3.2 seconds ahead of Brendan Mathia, and boy, Joe Nerton is right there. They're going to be battling right down to the checkered flag for that second position. They're racing along. There's Riley Hoots. He's making his way around to the final turn. I'm sorry, that was the tunnel turn that he was going down. So he's not there yet. And boy, Brendan Mathia, now the guy he's battling, I mean, he's got to think about those points. He's probably got it locked up though. Checkered flag in the air. So here we go. Riley Hoots, he's your winner here tonight. And Brendan Mathia, he's going to hold on, take that second spot. Joe Nerton in the third position. But Riley Hoots, he does hang on, so congratulations for the win here at Pocono. So, man, I tell you, I guess everybody can start to take a deep breath now and say, okay, it's over.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, for sure.
Absolutely. Joe Nerton, congratulations to him grabbing a podium spot there. But I would dare say that locks up the championship for Brendan Mathia. Points-wise, I don't see how Lucas Lyons ended up finishing 7th. And that's just, I don't think that's going to be enough. And where are they going? Was it Homestead? Homestead, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just not. It's going to be too little, too late there for these guys. A little time for a little celebration there. All right, Riley Hoots, while he's celebrating, let's go ahead and get him in the interview booth there. Put Brendan up there, and Riley, put him up there as well. And where's Joe at? There's Joe. Bring him up there. And let's head on down to the post-race interview. Okay, folks, we're down here with your top 3. It's Riley Hoots, Brendan Mathia, and Joe Nerton. Hey, Riley, man, I know you're feeling good, man. Congratulations on that victory.
Thanks, man. I'm feeling awesome after that. I was so looking forward to this track, and that was a really fun race.
Absolutely, man. And, man, just so much back and forth. And there were a lot of portions of that race I didn't know where you're going to end up at, man. But even with the fuel mileage and the fuel strategies, I think they kind of got messed up the way some of those cautions fell. But it all worked out there for you in the end, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, it honestly ended up falling right into our lap strategy-wise. being able to pit as soon as the window opened, and unfortunately Lucas had I thought had the winning strategy, and then had that issue with Greg Moore, which unfortunately kind of took him out of the fight. I thought it was really going to be his strategy versus the KPM strategy, but yeah, it kind of fell into our lap with the strategy there, and able to get a gap on the guys behind us, me, Brendan, and Joe. That was just really fun, solid racing. The way the draft was able to just kind of keep the front runners group together was interesting. I wasn't expecting it to be that severe, but yeah, awesome car, awesome track. I'm thrilled tonight.
Absolutely, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, always my fiance Vicky for tuning in and watching, even though it's almost her bedtime. Appreciate her for tuning in and watching me every week, along with all my family. My Aunt Lauren, my Uncle Shane came over to my stream as well and came to look at the stream on YouTube. Then I've got my parents as well. All kinds of great people out here that come and support me every week. And of course, Tony, thank you for putting this on every week. I know we're winding down to the end of season 2, and just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done the last 2 seasons, in case I'm not up here next week for an interview. Yeah, just great night.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate that win, and we'll see you for the season finale next week.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you next week.
Okay. And we're going to jump over to Joe Nerton here, because I think it's a wrap with the points here. So we want to save that for the end here. Hey, Joe, you got a copy?
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, man. Hey, got another podium for the season's over, man. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man, I felt like I had something for him there. I thought I did too until lap traffic hit.
Yeah, I know. And you see that happening, like, oh my goodness, here we go. I mean, I guess it depends on where you are on the track, right? Like, you can use them for drafting a little bit, and it worked out good for Riley, but for you and Brendan, it was kind of like, this isn't helping as much, and especially you, because his tires are about 10, 11 laps fresher, so
Yeah.
all about the timing, I guess. Yeah. But, man, great effort there, man. You really stormed up through the field there, man, and had to avoid some things there as well.
Yeah, I had such a good long run car. It was insane how good it was compared to short runs.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Oh, yes, I want to give a shout out to all my juggalos and jiggalettes. Whoop, whoop. Hashtag FTS.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations on that third place finish tonight, and be getting on the podium one more time before the season's over. So we'll see you at the finale.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
And here we are, and I think it might be safe to say that we're looking at the championship winner points wise. Is it a lock after tonight's finish? You P2, and Lucas, I think you finished P7 in the points.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Once the drop weeks take place, he might come out ahead a little bit. So,
wow.
Yeah, I don't really know. I know as of a couple weeks ago, he was ahead, and then he won last week. So I know that definitely didn't help, and I didn't gain as many points as I needed to tonight. I don't know. It's gonna be close going into next week, I'm pretty sure.
So it could end up being a battle right down to the season finale for you guys.
Yeah, if he has another finish like he did tonight, and I have another finish like I did tonight, it's going to be very, very close in points.
Absolutely, man. Well, I tell you, we're definitely going to be here to see it, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, yeah. It sucks coming first place loser tonight, but I just drove the car too hard, too fast off that last pit stop. But it was a fun race all in all. And then shout outs, I'd like to give a shout out to you, Tony, my dad, for watching, everybody at KPM, Alan, Riley, and I know Patrick joined us tonight, so that was awesome. Even though he didn't have the race he wanted to, he was running really good until he got taken out, him and Lucas both. But yeah, just, thank you for everything that you've done all year long. Our team owners, BioTE as a sponsorship. It's been real fun, and hopefully we can get her done at Homestead, but like I said, I'm a little worried.
Absolutely. Well, hey, just all you got to do is keep doing what you've been doing all season long. And I'm sure you and Lucas will be doing that. And I'm sure you guys are going to put on a great show. So congratulations on that P2 tonight. And we'll see you for the finale.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Okay then. Well, folks, that is that's gonna do it. And man, I tell you, man, I didn't mean to hit that button. That's the button I meant to hit. And boy, I tell you, that is it for the race tonight. What a great race that was. And it might come right down to the wire here, folks. Let's look at the final standings here. Riley Hoots, Brendan Mathias second, Joe Nerton third, Greg Moore ended up in fourth. Our spotlight driver, Alan Bledsoe fifth, Jason Montville sixth, seventh, Lucas Lyons, Jason Batby eighth, John McLaughlin ninth, Matthew Wilson rounds out the top 10 with Patrick Hernandez 11th, Paul Bajanic 12th, and Ryan Cruz in the 13th position. And next week, it is the season finale. And Brendan Mathias, he's your points leader at the moment, so he will be the spotlight driver. And will he be able to take it to Lucas Lyons next week? And will the points shake out in his favor? We'll have to wait and find out. And boy, Matthew, thank you for joining me tonight, man. I know you're going to be here next week to see what happens. It'll be exciting to see, that's for sure.
Yeah, Tony, I wanted to thank you as well. Thank you for having me these past few races and kind of, inviting me or I working together a little bit. But I wanted to thank you for, sticking along for the season and doing the work that you do, because you do amazing as well.
Well, I sure appreciate it, man, and we love putting on the broadcast, and thanks to everybody for being here, and thanks to the fans for showing up and watching the broadcast. And with all that said, we want to wish you all a pleasant evening.